What's up, Evil Dead fans? In this video, I'm talking about Flashback weekend that happened August 5th through 7th. I was down there. I'm going to talk about the things I got, the people I met, and also a few videos of what happened. And after that, a little sneak peek of something I've been working on that you may want to see. Check it out. In this video, we're going to talk about Flashback weekend that just happened from August 5th through 7th. And I was down there for that, and it was an amazing time. Saw a lot of really good people, a lot of really good friends. It met a lot of new people. Now, the first thing that I want to say about Flashback weekend, I have talked to this individual before. His name is James Azrael. He runs HSPPA. And you're probably wondering what that means. Well, what he does and the group of people that he deals with is they take movie props and they restore them, or if they don't need to be restored, they keep them as pristine as possible. They also might be in the Guinness Book of World Records, and congratulations for that. And every time I see their display, it blows me away every time, because this year you saw a graboid from Tremors, you saw a dog from Resident Evil, you had the Jason X mask, a few other things, a lot of other things, stuff from Bill and Ted, the last movie they did, because Alex Winter was there. And also, he's coming out with a book. So if you don't know who Lobo is, and you're more of a Marvel person, Lobo is kind of a mix between Wolverine and Ghost Rider, because it's set in space but also on Earth. DC character, of course. Very, very cool character. Written by James Azrael and Danny Romero. And if you can find it, definitely check it out. I am looking forward to checking that out as well, because I'm not a big DC guy, but I do like Lobo. I really like that character because he's just over the top cool. I mean, a lot of people, they talk about Batman, they talk about Superman, which they're kind of, to me, they're okay. I have no problem with either character. But when it comes to Lobo's just kind of a down and dirty. He's kind of considered a villain, but slash anti-hero at the same time. Really cool, gritty character. So definitely check that out when it comes out. And I'm going to put their Facebook page on right now, the HSPPA. So there's their Facebook page. I do suggest to follow it just in case there is a con nearby or a convention, or if you're thinking about going to a convention and they might be there. They bring really, really, really cool stuff. It's not just one thing or one specific movie. Most of the time they bring a lot of different stuff, and it's a lot of heritage in movies, especially horror movies. That's what I've noticed, because I've only been to horror cons, but their booth is always impressive every year. The person I'm going to talk about right now is a person I met last year. His name is Mike Nelson, Carnivorious Creations. Here's their Facebook page. Now, some of you may know Mike Nelson from Ghostbusters. He's one of the, in my opinion, one of the top guys of all time in the Ghostbusters community. Really nice guy, really dedicated to the fandom of anything he puts work into. So he's branched out further. He does sets for conventions, he does replicas, all that kind of stuff. He's even done stuff for Ninja Turtles. And if you ever have the chance to check out his booth at a convention, also follow him on Facebook, follow their page, because they have raffles of really cool stuff. You never know, it could be a Shredder helmet from the movie, replica, and it's like 1-to-1, or anything else really. I mean, they have some Jason stuff, they have some Freddy stuff. This time, a friend of mine actually bought a Shredder helmet, and I was kind of mad because he bought it before I could buy it. I was going to buy it, And I wasn't mad at him. I was happy he bought it. But he was talking to Mike's wife at the booth. I was talking to Mike, and he bought it. And I'm like, ugh. But no, I'm glad he got it. But their stand is always really good. Their sets they do for conventions are really top notch. They've done Killer Clowns from Outer Space. They have done Nightmare on Elm Street. They've done a few others, and I do know what they're planning on doing in the future. He kind of told me what's going on, but you have to check that out for yourself. Check them out on Facebook, Carnivorious Creations, and follow them so you know where they're going to be at conventions for the future. So with all of everything happening at conventions, with the celebrities being there, also all the vendors, what did I get there? Now, first and foremost, I was there just to hang out with friends, maybe buy a few things. I like to buy obscure B movies from the 80s, and I like to also buy movies that are really super independent, that may be kind of good, more bad. So I picked a few up, and you may know some of these, and I'll talk about a couple that I got last year. So I picked up The Intruder. Now, Scott Spiegel, this is a Scott Spiegel film. Sam and Ted Raimi in there. Bruce Campbell makes a quick appearance, and Danny Hicks is also in there. So if you're an Evil Dead fan, this is something you have to find, The Intruder. So if you're an Evil Dead fan, you gotta see it. And I caught a lot of references from Evil Dead in this film, so I may make a video on that in the future. So I bought that, found The Hunter from the Future. This is notoriously bad. So if you have if you got He-Man, then you have the movie Beastmaster. Beastmaster's a ripoff of He-Man. This is a ripoff off of Beastmaster and He-Man. So this is like doubly bad. So I had to buy this. Film that I have been looking for forever is Troma's Terra Firma. I found this in like a dirty tote this guy had at his booth, and I had to have it. I've been looking for this for years. I don't know if I've been missing out on eBay when this pops up. Troma's Terra Firma. You had to get it. I'm like halfway through it. And some of you guys may know that Troma is like way over the top half the time, really slapstick and stupid. But this one it's not bad. Not meant for kids. Let you know that. So I had to get it. Went to the Full Moon stand. I picked up this one. They made 3 films during the coronavirus. This one is Barbie and Kendra Storm, Area 51. It's number 3 of a trilogy. They made 3 movies during that time. I didn't buy the other ones. I just figured this one looks cool. I'll try this one out. So that's what I'm gonna do. Also, this one was suggested by Ryan Lewis, called Castle Freak. It's more of a serious movie. It's got Jeffrey Combs. He actually did a lot in this movie. Jeffrey Combs, you may know him from Reanimator. But it's a messed up movie. He was talking to me about it before he even found it, about these people that had a kid and looked like somebody or some crap like that. Cut his little dinger off and stuck him in a basement, and he got loose and some crazy shit happened. So I had to check it out. A couple that I got last year. There's this booth. I don't even know why I'm saying this. I gotta say it. Hack Movies. They had a stand again this year. I didn't get to talk to them. I talked to them last year, and I bought a couple movies. These are not porns. Okay, you're gonna hear the title and you're gonna think they're porns. They're not porns. Their first movie is called Dream Reaper, the Jerk-Off Edition. Of course, they signed it. Okay, and then you got this movie called Cockhammer. Sanity is for sissies. They're not porn. My wife asked me a million times if that's porn. She saw me playing in the shop. I'm like, no, it's a good way to say what it is. It's like a low-budget Troma film. They go further than what Troma does. In a sense, I mean, they kind of push it out further. And man, they put a lot of extras in it. I mean, it's not for everybody. If you have any kind of morals in your life, you might not want to watch it. But if you like really obscure shit, yeah, look, hack movies. They got some obscure stuff. This was their first movie. It's not great. I don't mind the story, but it's not great. Cockhammer's a lot better. but it's not good either. I would say it's not. It's really weird. It's really, really weird. Not meant for kids at all. Again, and luckily I did see at their booth. I didn't get to stop by and talk to them. They're in the family of Troma now. They're in their catalog of movies. So congratulations to Hack Films. And I'm hoping that the writer-director and the owner of this actually gets to understudy with Kaufman for at least like a year or two, kind of like tighten up his skills a bit. But yeah, cock hammer. Not a porn. Lastly, the one thing I got was something that my friend was looking for all day. And he's like, man, my friend Christopher Hamilton, he's like, man, I'm looking for the collector's edition of Evil Dead in the VHS. And so he's talking about trying to find that. And he leaves and goes to some Comic-Con thing, which was somewhere else in Chicago. Me and Ryan Lewis, we were walking around the horror convention on Sunday, yesterday. What did I find? Right here. Evil Dead, the cassette, in almost a pristine case. There's no cracks, no nothing, you know, just minor little scratches. And the case is just beautiful. Almost dropped it. So I walk up to the booth and ask the guy, he's like, hey, how much for the Evil Dead cassette? And he's like, $10. Now, my friend Hamilton was bitching about how expensive they are half the time, even though sometimes with eBay you can find them cheap. Got it for $10. I think he wants to buy it in person so he can check out the condition of the case and the tape and everything. It's kind of hard on eBay and stuff like that to know the condition. So, yeah, he wasn't happy I found this. And, yeah, it just goes in my collection of stuff. So with that being said, I did meet a lot of neat people. Of course, Chris Pollock, thank you again for setting this all up for the Ghost Beaters and the Knights of Samaria to come in, and other people as well. He catered a lot of the food, you know, at night, and just made it a blast. Got passes for a lot of people. We had a great time. Set them up at rooms, picked them up from airports, dropped them back off. Chris Pollock is a very outstanding individual. And thank you again, Chris. Also, I met somebody I've known for a long time, but never met him in person. His name is Paris Michael Voorhees. Well, at least that's what he calls himself. But his real name is Paris Michael Booyah. He came in, and what a nice dude. Super nice guy. How you know him online is how he is in person. And that's why I like seeing people just being genuine and not being fake. Everybody I met there, same as Paris, are genuine. They were all genuine people. They were all super nice. I can't name off everybody. You know who you were if you were there. I can put that in a different video if you want me to. What happens when you tell a fan of Jason Voorhees, like Paris is? Paris Michael Voorhees is a huge fan of Jason. What happens when you say Jason is a deadite in a room full of Evil Dead fans and also Art the Clown? Let's check it out.
Rose her dead son from the grave.
We get Art here.
Do nothing.
Spilling the truth.
We got Art here spilling the truth. All they can do, all she can do is try to raise this deadite type child, which in turn makes her absolutely insane. Which brings her to 1980 or 79, I guess, Camp Crystal Lake, where she kills the cancelers and she's talking to herself. It's like, okay, if we can justify the fact that Jason comes back at part 2, then he should have been alive the whole time with the Necronomicon, and it just drove her up the fucking wall.
But how would she have translated though? That's the big whole thing.
Details.
Exactly.
Hey,
That's what
hold that glass up, Paris. Hold that glass up.
I'm on it.
You just got school, son. Get out of here.
You're terrible at this.
You know there's Necronomicon for dummies, right?
No, you're thinking of voodoo
There's
for dummies.
witchcraft for dummies.
It's called a Necronomicon.
You're gonna tell me the from the dollar store
Everyone
that
knows
gives a job.
Sumerian. I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Did you flunk Sumerian 101?
Listen, you don't need to know about my
easily
college degrees. Fuck you.
See, this is why people should have died in that movie Terrifier. Just bring up that conversation, then Art.
Bad luck. They all have bad luck.
So Paris,
So yes,
you just got schooled, son.
y'all can go fuck yourselves. Jason's not a deadite.
Jason's a deadite. It's canon.
Yeah.
Yep,
And
Scannon,
one
Scannon.
movie. I'll concede for
I
that
don't know
one
about
movie.
you, Hamilton, but I think I saw I don't know, Book of the Dead?
I
From
think I
Evil
saw
Dead
Book
2?
of the Dead from
And
Evil
then-
Dead 2.
All right, then
Friday
I'll hit
the
you with this,
13th
right?
movie.
Here,
Yeah,
I'll hit you
yeah.
with this. I'll hit you with this. This is the way I personally see it, right?
And guess who translated? The Gremlins.
The Gremlins. The Gremlins resurrected Jason. That's not
No,
true
the
canon.
Gremlins, 2 Gremlins. Yeah, from Warner Brothers. Totally did it.
The one with the glasses.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna restart
here's
this
my.
for you, 'cause-
Here's the reason why I say the
I
book
didn't
is
know.
in
I
there,
was
right?
waiting for it.
The news
Nah,
ain't
I'm
planted a dead
restarting
body
it.
in the
Sometimes
fucking
it
house,
helps
right?
to go fast.
That was the first thing he
Got
said. He
it.
said, I
Okay.
planted this body in the house to make a better story. Who's to say this fucker didn't read up on the occult and think, huh, a book with skin on it. How would that not make a great story? So he slapped that shit on there too. That to me makes more sense.
Okay, you're going too deep here.
That's the whole point of
yeah. You're getting
so-
away from the script.
So, a
You're getting away
book.
from the script.
So wait, Parrish. You're
Yeah.
talking about a book that's bound in human flesh
it. Exactly.
and inked in human blood, like the Necronomicon Ex Mortis.
He made a fake one by reading from the occult, and he bullshitted one together, and it was planted in the house to make a better story. That is the way I see it.
Nah, that's the Necronomicon, buddy.
Yeah, no bullshit, buddy.
No, that means Sam Raimi himself.
No,
inked
I'm trying to find
that
you a
book
knife.
to use for the movie.
All right, get him. I got you a knife. Get him.
All right. Fine. Y'all want to fight? Fine. Let's fight. Let's fight.
Oh shit!
Let's fight. Come on. Come on.
Somebody do something, please.
Oh my god!
Oh, Paris turned into Dr. Zoidberg from Futurama.
I'm not gonna go for a scuttle. This is my final defense maneuver.
He's
Trying to eat
retreating
fries
in the
over
corner
here. I got
because he
cotton
realizes
Sneak attack.
That guy, I'm sure, wasn't the real Art the Clown, but he did a damn good job. I have no clue who that guy was, but did a great job. To end this off, I want to give you guys a little something to see. I started the stand for the Evil Dead 1 Dagger, so let me give you guys just a view of the bottom piece so far. I hope you enjoy it. Until next time, you guys stay groovy.